Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com. We got a great Madden 21 video for you guys today. As you guys should know, if you've been playing online, you've seen that the run game is back. It is absolutely dominating people lately. It's very, very hard to stop on defense, and you can really run the ball down people's throats. Now, what can really take your offense to the next level is being able to pass the ball from heavy running formations. So in this video, I want to take a look at one of the best pass plays in the game from a dominant running formation. So in this video, we're in the Raiders playbook on offense. I really feel like the Raiders playbook is once again one of the top 2 or 3 playbooks in the whole game. And I want to look at this strong H wing. Now, you guys know this formation already. It is pretty dominant with the run, but it also has some good passing plays. So you already know you can come out here, set the stretch alert and the dive as some run audibles, but then what you really want to do is you want to have the F trail as an audible for the pass. And that's the play I want to go over in this video because people are going to have to load up to stop the stretch and the dive, and then the F trail play is super effective, and I'm going to show you guys how effective it can really be in this video. Now, before we get too much further, guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on my videos, and also smash that like button. It really helps us out a lot. If you're looking to get better at Madden 21 on offense or defense, be sure to check out sportsgamers.com for the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. Our premium content is so good. It will turn you into the type of player that can go 25-0 in weekend league, win your leagues, win money on the game. You will be an elite player, and it really is game-changing content. So I do want to let you guys know that we are running a 25% off sale on sportsgamers.com right now for all of our Madden 21 ebooks. This sale is good from now through tomorrow night. So after tomorrow night at midnight, the sale will end. So if you want to take advantage of this, make sure to do it now and don't miss out. To take advantage of this, we have a coupon code for you. We'll put it in the description and pin it as a comment, but the coupon code is capital M2125 capital P. So against all caps, M2125P. So let's look at this F trail play. Now, a lot of people that want to defend the run right now are running 3-5 wide, and they're running man coverage because, this 3-5 wide is pretty effective at stopping the run. And, man coverage is effective this year. Now, the thing I like so much about this play is that it has just several ways you can easily attack man coverage. First of all, this corner route can get open against man coverage. The drag, obviously, too. But honestly, the 2 main reads I look at are this little post route and the Texas route to the fullback out of the backfield. Texas routes in general, I feel like, are one of the easiest and most effective ways to beat man coverage this year. And when you attack 2 players over the middle field with a corner route, it just gets really hard to stop in man because you can't use your both, especially when they're coming from opposite ends of the field. So let's just run through this play a few times against man coverage and go over our little options we do have. So you guys can see right off bat, the fullback absolutely kills his defender. And you guys could imagine if I actually were to put in a good backup running back in the game here, if you play Mud and you have 2 good running backs, I'd probably put in a running back in the spot and not your actual fullback so he can, be more effective on this route. But it's just a route that gets open, period. As you guys can see here, he breaks wide open for the easy catch over the middle of the field. However, like I said, I would recommend if you have the ability to put a running back in there, a running back so you can get more speed in the game, and kind of get some bigger gains. But you will also see, like, this corner route is really good against man coverage too. And the reason why this one's effective is just kind of the alignment that it has. A lot of times that corner routes this year don't get open is because the alignment is just not very good. That allows that defender to kind of stick like glue. But you guys can see here with this specific one, because we have essentially 4 players on that side of the field, the right, going out on routes, we have the 2 tight ends, the fullback and the running back. It is really hard to match up with all those players properly and still have a decent alignment for run defense too. So that kind of just creates matchup problems to where even though corner routes this year in general just don't really get as open as they normally have in the past against man coverage, this one does, and it's just because of the alignment that allows this. You guys can see that the defender, if we go back out for a second here, the defender that's trying to guard our tight end, he has to come from really the opposite end of the field because of this route combination, and it's just wide open. Now you might be saying to yourself, what happens if they use purple zones to try to take that away? Well, first off, they do use purple zones. The run D's probably not going to be as good. But let's say that they do throw some purples out, right? You're going to notice that, now the middle of the field is easy to attack. You already have seen the fullback out of the backfield. But really the route that I like a ton is this little post route to Shepard. You guys can see you can kind of just low ball it on the break. That's an easy dive or possession catch. Man coverage is never going to stop that. And the great thing about this play is you have to worry about that corner route, but then also the fullback out of the backfield and the post. So if I see that you're playing over the middle of the field, I'm going to look to see, do you look to stop my fullback who's on the right, or do you look to stop the post on the left? And because you throw the post, you want to throw it, it's a timing route, guys. You want to throw it right on the break. They're not really going to be able to kind of like try to use or both routes and trick you, because if you throw it on the break, you're literally throwing it right here. That's basically, it's especially the way the user is. There's no way this year a user can act like they're guarding the fullback and then get all the way over here for the post or vice versa. It's just not possible. And then the other thing that's really good about this play in man coverage is everybody's going out on a route. Like, every single player is going out on a route, and that makes this really good. So, like, a lot of times what will happen is, people will just try to leave that running back unguarded to kind of just try to use it in the middle of the field. And if you see that, if they're just going to sit back there or leave the fullback unguarded or whoever they're going to leave unguarded, it's going to cause problems. You have to count for every single player on this play. So I guess here this is the guy that's going to actually end up checking the fullback, or the running back. And like I said, if you just leave somebody unguarded, well, this time they keep switching their assignments. But bottom line is you cannot leave anyone unguarded on this play. That's the whole point of it. Now, the great thing about this route to the square receiver on the outside is even if they do press coverage and don't shade over the top and they try to jam you so you can't get off the line real fast, this route is going to get off the press really good, and it always pretty much gets that inside position on the break where you can just low ball it. Now, I don't even have that great of receiver there. If you look at the depth chart on the Giants, I picked the Giants to kind of showcase this because their receivers aren't that great. So you can imagine that if I'm able to just do this with average receivers at best, nothing crazy, you put a really, really dynamic receiver there, and it's going to be even better. So this play destroys man coverage, and at the same time, it also beats zone too. So like a lot of players, if they see that you cannot, or they cannot stop you from man-to-man, the next thing they want to do is play cover 4. And I didn't even spy my safeties there. Imagine if I spied my safeties, how big of a problem that pass play would be. Because if you spy the safeties, now there's no one over the top even. So, those pass plays like corners and post that I was able to complete, and I was able to get some good yards, especially on the post route. If you're going to start spying your safety and man coverage, I'm just going to take that to the crib. So first of all, cover 4 just doesn't stop the run as good as man, in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad. It definitely is one of my preferred run defenses, actually. But I still think man this year does defend the run the best. But the thing about it is this play also attacks zone really, really, really well. So if I see, now the other thing is, if I see you in zone, especially, I do like to wheel route the running back on the same side as the corner route. That just gives me a little bit better read against zone. But really what I'm looking to do here is see if you're guarding the flats or not. If you're going to guard the flats, I can throw it to the corner route. If you don't, I can throw it to the drag or the wheel route. Now, the other thing I have is the middle of the field. I basically look to see if your user, if he's over the middle, does he stay low to defend the fullback or does he drop back with the post? So like here, you guys could see that the post is just naked, so that's an easy catch over the middle of the field. However, at a certain point, like I said, no one's going to keep letting you throw that post. So at a certain point, they're probably just going to go back and get on. They're going to get on that linebacker over the middle of the field, and they're just going to drop back. They're just going to drop back, and then if you see that, then the fullback is wide open over the middle too. What makes this really, really hard to stop, in my opinion, though, especially if you're playing zone, is it's not just worrying about the routes over the middle. You still have to worry about the flats in the corner. Especially, like I said, I would recommend running a wheel route to the running back on the corner outside if you're sensing zone coverage. It's just a little bit better out of the backfield. But yeah, if you're just not going to guard my flats, you guys know this year the flats are really good. They're going to be consistent, consistent yardage for you guys. Whether it's hitting the tight end drag route or the running back out of the backfield, you always do want to make the defense have to defend your flats. We don't even have a fast tight end, but still that would have picked us up a first down. Same thing applies if they're going to play like a cover 3 or whatever they're going to play, and they actually do defend the flats. That's at the point where, you can look to hit your route, to the corner. So like here, if I see that they're just dropping back, playing that flat, that's a really good corner route against zone 2. Bam, easy conversion. This works against cover 2 as well. It's the same type of read. Basically, I'm just looking, do you defend my flats or my corner? It's that simple. Here we got cloud flat, so that should back up on the corner route as it does here. So I can just throw the wheel right out of the backfield. Again, free yardage. And it's the same concept, like I said, on the other side of the screen. That drag route that's going on the side of the post is going to be a consistent read for us too. If you're going to drop back, and you guys know that a lot of people this year will put zone drops on to have their flat zones dropping back, 20, 25 plus yards. That's going to even open up these routes even more. Instead of just 5 to 10 yards, you can get, 15, 20 even if they turn their zone drops on. And at the same time, like I said, the read over the middle of the field is still there, guys. So, like, a lot of people will user the middle of the field and cover 2 on the mid-read especially. And, if they just stay low to stop your little right out of the backfield, you can split the seams with the post. And if they guard the post route, you can just hit the fullback underneath. So, obviously, you guys know that this play is super money, and we haven't even actually ran the ball yet. If you're going to disrespect the run, we do have dive, and we have stretch. Dive, stretch, very, very good combo. And the stretch is that stretch RPO that was really, really good last year. It is good again this year. Just like last year, guys, if you don't play a certain coverage, like if you just sit back and zone, the defenders just do not react to this. They drop back at the snap, which allows your blockers to get downfield on them. I know I got shedded there, but at the same time, you'll see that zone coverage just drops too far back and doesn't react fast enough. Therefore, you have big lanes. Man coverage still does defend it better though, so be aware of that. If they're playing man coverage, it's not quite as good because the defenders just don't, they don't drop back super far. Like you guys can see here on the replay how that the zone defenders just don't react right away to the run, and then I'm just able to get this big run. If you do switch it up to a man defense, they do respond a little bit better against the stretch RPO. So like here, I'm going to switch it to man just so you guys can see what I mean. So here we'll audible. Now the one thing is you guys can see they do react better, but the run is still effective for 5 yards. The one thing I do like about this against man is you have the slant backside. So if they're just over pursuing the run for man coverage, you can just throw that slant over the middle. But really, if they're playing a lot of man, I would just call F trail until they stop because they have no chance. Man coverage has no chance against F trail. And that's why I really love this little scheme is because man coverage is good against the run. And coverage-wise, it is the meta right now. So you can really dissect the defense very easily. So hope you guys enjoyed this tip. I'm out.